Good afternoon, football fans. Big Al here on this Tuesday, November 22nd, 22. And we're going to take a look at the latest college football rankings, both the AP Top 25 poll and the USA Today AFCA Coaches Poll entering Rivalry Week or Week 13. Now, I will be doing the college football playoff rankings, and I will announce them live later on, so join me for that. But for now, we're going to take a look at the AP and the coaches poll, and we'll start with the Associated Press Top 25 College Football Poll for Week 13, aka Rivalry Week. This is the week of November 26th. And looking at this, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the top 11 teams in the AP are unchanged, including the top 4. The Georgia Bulldogs remain number 1 with an 11-0 record, 1,574 points, and 62 first-place votes. They won last week at Kentucky 16-6. And this week, they will host the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Number 2 and number 3 will be playing each other this week. Number 2 is Ohio State, 11-0, 1,507 points, 1 first-place vote. They, of course, defeated Maryland in College Park, 43-30. And at number 3 is Michigan, 11-0 record, 1,446 points, winning by the skin of their teeth against Illinois, 19-17. The Buckeyes and Wolverines will play in Columbus on Saturday. Staying at number 4 is TCU, 11-0, 1,395 points. They escaped by the hairs of their chinny chins, beating Baylor 29-28 on a last-second field goal, and this week they will host Iowa State. Up 2 spots to number 5, the USC Trojans, 10-1, 1,293 points. They defeated their crosstown rivals, then number 16 UCLA, 48-45. This week they're at home to host the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, and I'll tell you where they landed in this week's poll coming up here in just a bit. Holding steady at number 6, the LSU Tigers, 9-2 record, 1,241 points. They won 41-10 over UAB, and they're back in SEC action this week at Texas A&M. Moving up 2 spots to number 7, the Clemson Tigers, 10-1, 1,152 points. They won 40-10 over Miami, and they will host their in-state rivals, the South Carolina Gamecocks, this week. Holding steady at number 8, the Alabama Crimson Tide, 9-2, 1,131 points. They pitched a 34-0 shutout against Austin Peay, and this week they will host Auburn in the Iron Bowl. Falling 4 spots to number 9, the Tennessee Volunteers, 9-2, 1,058 points. They were torched by South Carolina, losing 63-38. And this week, they will travel to Nashville to face their in-state rivals, the Vanderbilt Commodores. Up 2 spots into the top 10, the Oregon Ducks, 9-2 record, 1,009 points. They dispatched then number 10 Utah, 20-17. I'll tell you where the Utes fell in just a bit. This week, the Ducks will play host to their rivals, the Oregon State Beavers. And we'll tell you where they landed soon. Holding steady at number 11 are the Penn State Nittany Lions, 9-2, 994 points. They walked all over Rutgers 55-10. And this week they will host Michigan State in Happy Valley. Jumping 3 spots to number 12, the Washington Huskies. With a 9-2 record and 879 points, they destroyed Colorado 54-7 this past week, and they will visit Washington State in the Apple Cup this week. Up 5 spots to number 13, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. 8-3, 710 points. They shut out Boston College 44-0. And this week they're off to LA to face number 5 USC. Down 4 spots to number 14, the Utah Utes. 8-3, 709 points. Losing at Oregon 20-17. This week they visit Boulder to face the Colorado Buffaloes. The next 2 teams both moved up 4 spots. Kansas State moved up to number 15, while Florida State moved up to number 16. The Wildcats are 8-3 with 697 points. They defeated West Virginia 48-31, and they will host Kansas this week. The Seminoles are also 8-3 with 579 points. They won big over Louisiana 49-17, and they will host their in-state rivals from Gainesville, the Florida Gators. Down 1 spot to number 17, the UCLA Bruins, 8-3, 562 points, losing to USC at home in the Rose Bowl 48-45. They will visit Berkeley this week to face the Cal Golden Bears. Dropping 5 spots, number 18, the North Carolina Tar Heels. 9-2, 464 points. They, of course, lost at home to Georgia Tech 21-17. And in comes the NC State Wolfpack, their crosstown rivals from Raleigh, coming into Chapel Hill. Up 2 spots to number 19, the Tulane Green Wave. 9-2, 441 points. They beat up SMU 59-24, and this week they will visit the Cincinnati Bearcats, and I will tell you where they ended up in just a second. Biggest drop in the AP poll, or the second biggest drop in the AP poll, belongs to the Ole Miss Running Rebels, falling 6 spots to number 20. 8-3 record, 395 points. They lost 42-27 at Arkansas, and this week they will host Mississippi State down there in Oxford, Mississippi. Up 1 spot to number 21 are the aforementioned Cincinnati Bearcats. 9-2, 353 points. They won 23-3 at Temple, and this week they will host 19th ranked Tulane. Up 3 spots to number 22, the Oregon State Beavers. 8-3 record, 271 points. They won 31-7 at Arizona State, and this week they will host the 10th ranked Oregon Ducks. Holding steady at number 23 and coming off the bye week with a 9-1 record and 186 points, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Back in action this week at James Madison. Returning to the AP poll at number 24, the Texas Longhorns. 7-4, 128 points. They won big at Kansas, 55-14, and this week they will host Baylor. And now we can tell you about the biggest drop in the AP poll. That's the UCF Golden Knights, plummeting 8 spots to number 25. 8-3 record, 87 points. Losing 17-14 to Navy. They will take to the road this week to face South Florida. Only one team dropped from the AP rankings this week, and that's Oklahoma State, previously at number 24. Now in the others receiving votes category with 2 points. As for the remaining teams in the others receiving votes category, they include UTSA with 85 points, South Carolina 44, Troy 34, Boise State 17, Illinois 12, Iowa 5, Louisville 5, Mississippi State 3, South Alabama 3, Purdue 2. I mentioned Oklahoma State with their 2, Arkansas 2, and Fresno State 1. So that's the AP poll. Now let's take a look at the USA Today AFCA Top 25 Coaches Poll entering Week 13. Again, this is the week of November 26th. I'll take just a second. There it is. And just like in the AP poll, the top 4 teams are in the same spot as last week. Number 1 is still the Georgia Bulldogs. 11-0 with 1,546 points and 59 first-place votes. Number 2 is Ohio State, 11-0 record, 1,484 points and 1 first-place vote. Number 3 is Michigan, 11-0 record, 1,420 points and 2 first-place votes. Number 4 is TCU, 11-0 record, 1,372 points. The next 4 teams all moved up a spot. USC moved up 1 spot to number 5, 10-1 record, 1,277 points. Number 6 is LSU, 9-2, 1,229 points. Number 7 is Alabama, 9-2, 1,147 points. Number 8 is Clemson, 10-1, 1,142 points. All 4 of those teams moving up 1 spot. The Oregon Ducks is one of 4 teams that had the biggest jump in the coaches poll this week, moving up 4 spots to number 9. 9-2 record, 1,004 points. Up 2 spots into the top 10 are the Penn State Nittany Lions, 9-2 and 990 points. Time for the biggest drop in the coaches poll this week, the Tennessee Volunteers, down 6 spots to number 11, 9-2 and 950 points. Number 12, up 3 spots from last week, the Washington Huskies, 9-2, 855 points. Up 4 spots to number 13 are the Kansas State Wildcats at 8-3 and 761 points. Dropping 4 spots to 14, the Utah Utes, 8-3, 703 points. Both Notre Dame and Florida State moved up 4 spots to 15 and 16, respectively. Notre Dame at number 15 is 8-3 with 657 points. Florida State at 16 is 8-3 with 562 points. And then the other team who had the biggest drop in this week's coaches poll rather is the UNC Tar Heels, falling 6 spots to number 17, 9-2 and 496 points. Slipping a couple spots down to number 18 are the UCLA Bruins, 8-3 and 483 points. Falling 5 spots to number 19, the Ole Miss Running Rebels, 8-3 and 429 points. Up 2 spots to number 20 are the Tulane Green Wave, 9-2, 386 points. Holding steady at number 21, the Cincinnati Bearcats at 9-2 and 376 points. Number 22 is where you'll find the first of 3 newcomers this week. That's the Oregon State Beavers, 8-3, 257 points. Holding steady at number 23 are the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, 9-1, 222 points. Back in the coaches poll at number 24 are the Texas Longhorns, 7-4 and 112 points. And new to the coaches poll this week at number 25, University of Texas San Antonio or the UTSA Roadrunners. 9-2 and 70 points. They blew out Rice in Houston this past week, 41-7. They will return to the Alamo City this week to host the Miners of UTEP. Dropping from the coaches poll this week are UCF, previously at number 18. They are getting 41 points in the others receiving votes category. Oklahoma State, previously at number 24. They are not even on the list in terms of others receiving votes. And the same can be said for NC State, previously at number 25. So in the others receiving votes category, I've mentioned UCF with their 41 points. There's also Troy with 39, South Carolina 38, Pittsburgh 17, Wake Forest 16, Iowa 15, Louisville and Boise State with 9 apiece, Illinois and South Alabama with 8 apiece, the Air Force Academy Falcons with 6, Purdue 5, Liberty 3, Washington State 3, Georgia Tech 2, and Mississippi State 1. Okay, those are the current rankings in the Associated Press Top 25 and the coaches poll entering Rivalry Week. All right, now join me back tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific, as I will unveil the latest college football playoff rankings live as they happen. So that's coming up in a couple of hours. So again, join me for that. Also coming later tonight, the Week 13 college football television schedule and the announcers for each game. And it's going to be a busy weekend in college football, as once again, it is Rivalry Week. We have a bunch of games on Friday and your usual busy Saturday. That's coming up tonight at about midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific. And then tomorrow, I'll make my picks for Week 12 in the National Football League, both straight up and against the spread. Map out all the Sunday afternoon games on Fox and CBS. I'll give you the announcers for every game. And we'll update the playoff races in the NFL. That drops tomorrow, so watch out for that as well. In the meantime, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to get notified every time I go live. Big Al signing off for now. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the pigskin, and I will see you back here at 7 o'clock Eastern for the live unveiling of the college football playoff rankings. Until then, peace out.